Hello, I'm Darren. We have breaking news. More than 600,000 Americans have kidney failure. While the number of people with kidney failure is enormous, the number of people with its precursor, chronic kidney disease, is staggering. An estimated 31 million Americans, or about 10% of the US population. Diabetes and hypertension cause 2/3 of all cases of kidney disease. 1 out of every 3 Americans is at risk for kidney disease, and kidney disease is now among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. In addition, 9 out of 10 people with early to moderate kidney disease don't know they have it, putting their health in jeopardy. Are you at risk? For more information, contact urbankidneyalliance.org. The life you save may be yours.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Steve Belgian. Let me change my scene. Good evening. Let me go to the street scene because that's what we need tonight. Boom. Let me go to the street scene. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Steve the Kidney Nurse. Tonight, we're going to talk about UF profiling. What is it? I mean, this is something that a lot of warriors could benefit from if they know about it when they're at dialysis. But if they don't know about UF profiling and never heard of it, they won't be able to benefit from it. So, UF profiling. There's a lot of Fresenius machines that have profiling. And let me get to the picture, show you how it looks like. So we look at this screen here. And if you look to your, I guess it would be your left, it's my right, where you see the number 1928 on that screen. Well, right below that, there's something that says UF profile. And what it is, how you activate that, you would touch on that screen and then it will bring up another screen with different UF profiles that you can select that I'm going to talk about. But that's the screen right below where it says 1928, what 1928 means, that means how much fluid has already been removed to equal that 2,000 at the top. This person has 10 minutes left on dialysis right below the number where it says 2,000, where it's 10, that's 10 minutes left. The UF rate where it says 470 is it took off 470 milliliters of fluid per hour to get to 2,000. And so far, 1,928 liters of fluid has been removed. And like again, right below that is UF profile, is what we're going to be talking about tonight. What is it? And what you should know, and navigating your treatment. Because sometimes with the UF profile, and that could mean a matter of your blood pressure dropping or not, of how much fluid these guys are taking off of you. So let me get right into it. If you're a warrior veteran and you've been at dialysis, you may have heard the term UF profile, and I just showed you on the screen in that picture, used in the hemodialysis facility, or seen it on the graph or on your machine. Why is it used? For some patients, UF profiling can help decrease periods of low blood pressure, especially toward the end of treatment. You may hear a lot of patients say they start cramping or their blood pressure drop maybe 30 minutes before treatment is about to end, maybe an hour. But you commonly hear this a lot. So UF stands for ultrafiltration, okay? And the UF rate, which, let me bring this back on. So if we look at this screen, hold on, there we go. We look at this screen, UF stands for ultrafiltration, and the UF rate, where you see where that 470 is, that's the UF rate. That indicates, as I said before, that indicates the amount of fluid that a dialyzer removes from the blood in an hour. All right. And when I say dialyzer, I got a half of one right here. You know, warriors, y'all know how the filter looks like. This is a half of one. This one is a Fresenius 160, no reuse, what that NR means, no reuse, Optiflux, okay? And then these are the fibers inside this particular dialyzer. So your blood is going through those fibers right there. Then it's a membrane that separates your blood and the solution that's used to clean the blood. The magic, this is where the magic happens inside this artificial device, okay? Now, as I said, the UF is the UF rate, okay, where that 470 is, and that indicates the amount of fluid that a dialyzer removes from the blood in an hour. Okay, for example, a UF of 0.5 kilograms mean 500 milliliters, which is about 2 cups of fluid, would be removed during a 1 hour session. Now, let me show you. I have my teaching tools today. Let me show you what 500 would be. All right, this is a bag, warriors, you know, this is a bag of normal saline that you see at the dialysis center. You are used to it. So, right here, from here down, is 500 cc's of fluid right here that will be removed from your blood over an hour. Okay. Now, without activating the UF profile, okay, the same amount of fluid is removed each treatment. Okay, you're gonna have the same amount. If you need to take off 2 liters, and you set for 3 hours, whatever the UF rate is, that's going to be the same amount. However, with UF profiling, you have different things you can do to control how the fluid comes off instead of just a steady rate. With UF profiling, the UF will vary, meaning the ultrafiltration will vary during the run. Now, I'm going to give you a couple examples. Now, a common UF profile involves programming the highest UF rate for the onset of the treatment, right? That's when, say, if you have a patient that's taking off, say, 5 liters, okay? You want, and say their blood pressure is 170/90. You want to set a profile rate to take off the most during the beginning of the treatment where their blood pressure is increased. And then over time of the treatment, the fluid is gradually being poured off slowly. Like in first hour and a half or two, depending on the patient's time, that's when you're going to take off the most bulk of the fluid. And then the rest of the fluid is going to gradually come off as the patient goes out, finish the treatment. So as I was saying, a common UF profile involves programming the highest UF rate, the amount you're going to take off for the onset, the beginning of the treatment, and gradually drop the UF throughout the run, right? Now, let me show you. This is an example. As you see right here, in this example, you see the beginning. This is right here where the highest amount of fluid is being taken off in the beginning of treatment. And you see how that graph gradually decreases? You see that? That's the linear profile, okay? That's the linear profile where the majority of the fluid is being removed in the beginning of the treatment. And as treatment time carries on, the UF, or the amount of fluid that's being removed, is decreased. Okay? Now, this type of profile creates more fluid removal during the first part of dialysis treatment when extra fluid is present. Person may come in fluid overload. They normally may come in maybe 2 liters over. This time they may come in, they got a liter more on, so they may have to take off 3.5, something like that. So in that case, and if their blood pressure is very sensitive and they come in hypertensive, say 160, 170/90 that can support it, then we're going to try to take off the bulk of the fluid in the beginning. And as they come off treatment, it's going to kind of decrease so they don't cramp at the end. Now, as I said, this type of profile creates more fluid removal during the first part of the dialysis treatment when extra fluid is present in both the blood and in the tissues. Later in the run, after the dialyzer has removed much of the extra fluid, the rate of ultrafiltration is decreased. This decrease then allows more time for the remaining fluid to move from the tissue to the blood. For this movement of fluid to get caught up with the ultrafiltration occurring within the dialyzer. The second one is a step profile, and it almost looked like a step. The second one right here. There we go. It's called the step profile, right? And most machines have this. However, a lot of units are using machines that may have this face. So if you got a machine that looks like this, you're on dialysis, Again, when you see 1928 and you see where it says UF profile, that's what we're talking about tonight. That little button right there, which can pretty much help decrease periods of low blood pressure, especially toward the end of treatment if you've been experiencing that. A lot of new dialysis technicians, nurses don't know about that if they don't teach them. Okay, so that's why I'm showing you. So if you know, right, say, hey, I want you to put me on a profile. Oh, let me just do this right quick because I don't want to get sued. Hold on. So the information on this broadcast, you guys know, education disclaimer, the information broadcast on Steve the Kidney Nurse or Urban Health Outreach Media is provided. This is provided for educational, guys, and informational purposes only, and is not intended, I repeat, is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice or consultation. So with that being said, whatever I say to you about UF profiling, make sure you talk to your nephrologist. Bring it up with them. Don't be afraid to say, hey, doc. Now, look, if you're having issues with low blood pressure at the end of the treatment, and if you're prone to come in with a little bit of extra fluid, then raise that with your doctor, that question. No one never told you about UF profiling, and this is the first time you hearing about it tonight. Then raise that question with your doctor. Say, hey, doc, if your machine looks like this, if the face of it looks like this, say, hey, do you think I can benefit from UF profiling? Yes, be active in your treatment. So as I mentioned, the second one was step profile. Now, most UF profiles involve this high to low UF approach. Some are linear, which I showed you in the beginning, as in that top drawing. Let me go back if you're just watching. The profile linear, where you're taking this top profile, this top one, where you're taking off more fluid in the beginning of treatment, and then you're taking off the rest toward the end. And now I'm talking about step. And you see how you have that large block area. I'm sorry, guys. Right here. Yeah, that large block area. That's where a lot of the fluid is being taken off, and then it steps down. You see? It steps down. So in this one, in step, most profiles involve this high to low UF approach. Some are linear. Okay, so as I was saying, it's nothing different. It's just you got the linear, which is decreased gradually over time, right? And then with step, you got a bulk, and then in certain increments, it goes down. It's not like the linear, okay? That's how the fluid is being poured off. Now, a third profile involves an intermittent, right? On again, off again, when I say intermittent approach. With this approach, the UF rate setting may be lower at the start of treatment. After a period at this level, it then automatically increases. Like if your blood pressure is low in the beginning and then it starts going up, it then automatically increases. This cycling is then repeated throughout the run. And so this is how it looks like right here. You see those increments? So, and they think, the analogy, think of this third profile that I just showed you. This third profile. You want to look at it as being similar to riding your bicycle up and down a set of hills. You know what I'm saying? You're at the gym, you're going up, and then you go down. It's easier. Up is hard. Down is easy. So you're pulling a lot up. When you go down, you're not taking much off. You go up, you're pulling a lot off. You go down, you're not pulling much off. And so basically, riding the hill is the tough part, similar to when the UF is high, as I said, and fluid is removed rapidly when blood pressure drops are most common. Downhill is easy, like when the UF rate is low. You're not taking a lot of fluid off when you're going downhill, okay? On this right here, where you see it going down, that's when the fluid is not being taken off as much as the top part. That's very simple and easy to learn, okay? So when blood pressure drops, which are most common, downhill is easy, like when the UF rate is low. This cycle gives the patient a chance to catch his breath or pretty much decompress, okay, as the blood pressure stabilizes. All right, it stabilizes and gives or even possibly increases as vascular refilling occurs when you're not pulling that fluid. So again, artificial kidney. This particular model is the Fresenius Optiflux F160. Okay, well, let me turn it around. You got different sizes. This is the smallest in the U.S. Stock of Optiflux of 160. I'm sorry, of the F series 160. Then you got the 180, 200, and 250. And then, as you see, you got the bag of saline. All right, this is 1,000 liters. This is 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters. 1 liter bag of saline. If you hear that expression, if you at dialysis and your blood pressure drops and you pass out and you hear somebody say, "Go get the saline, go get the saline," this is what they're talking about right here. And this this solution is compatible to what the solution in your body is. 0.9% sodium chloride solution is compatible with the same electrolytes that's inside your body. Okay, and this is what we use. If you're cramping, do not tell them don't give you saline, because saline has the sodium that will stop the cramping. Okay, don't be no hero and say you're trying to pull off the fluid and you got too much on. You may need to adjust your dry weight. All right, if you haven't been getting down to your dry weight and you're coming in 2.5, 3 over, 3.5, you haven't been making it down because you've been cramping, don't try to be no hero, okay? Your dry weight has probably increased, especially if you've been eating 3 squares a day or your appetite has increased. Again, normal saline, 0.9% sodium chloride. So with that being said, guys, let me read the 4 comments. Again, Steve, the kidney nurse, is on here making broadcasts to help kidney warriors manage their kidney disease when they're on dialysis. Hey, Uncle Jim, thank you for watching. My man, Uncle Jim from AAKP, board member. Thank you for watching and host of Kidney Stories 2 with Uncle Jim. Thank you, Uncle Jim. And also, tune in tomorrow night on Urban Health Outreach Media for Kidney Stories 2 with Uncle Jim. He got some high-powered people from the National Kidney Foundation on this show tomorrow night on the Urban Health Outreach Media. Again, Kidney Story 2 with Uncle Jim Myers. Hey, Lena, how you doing, babe? Thank you for watching. That's myself. So, guys, thank you for watching. I'm about to leave. Man, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get this information anywhere else. So I hope people tune in, watch it later, and see the benefits of knowing what the UF is and how it can apply to your situation if you deal with hypotension during the end of dialysis. It may be because you may need UF profiling. Hey, Flo, how you doing? Thank you for watching. Share this broadcast, Flo, and tell your people this is some good information. And to subscribe to Steve the Kidney Nurse on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out here in Washington, D.C. See you guys later on the upside with another video from Steve the Kidney Nurse. Peace.